Tacoma, Washington, are you ready?
Ready.
Please proceed.
Welcome to All America City Radio. This is your Tacoma Equity Jam. For the next 10 minutes, no matter what channel you turn to, it's all Tacoma all the time. Let's get this rolling.
Let me see what stations I can get on this radio.
I'm from Tacoma, 1993. Hired when engaging the community meant meeting in the ivory tower, talked at by white men, when talk meant what they were going to do to us or for us, but not with us. I'm from a time when Father Knows Best ruled, and Father was white.
Right here, right. I am the police, and I am 1993. Okay, ma'am, just a couple of facts, and I'll be on my way. Yes, ma'am, that was gunfire. Where? I don't know. Could be anywhere. It's the way it works around here. Okay, here we, no, I don't need the spelling of your first name, ma'am. Just the last name's fine. Okay, got it. Okay. I don't think I need anything else. That's about it. Who should you call? No, ma'am, that's not the way it works around here. You don't call. We'll call you if we find anything. Yes, ma'am, still gunfire. Look, I gotta go.
Problema 2015. We Latinx people exist in Tacoma, but are not seen in its city employees, in its civic opportunities, on boards, commissions, community events. But you eat our food and use our labor. You don't see us in the police force, firefighters, teachers, but how's your law on your construction site, your salad? We are seen in many health disparities, diabetes, HIV, mental health, but we're not seen in doctors' offices, counselors, nutritionists. We Latinx people exist in Tacoma. We are just not seen. Tell it.
I'm just a kid from Tacoma, the Hilltop neighborhood to be exact. A place once riddled with crime and gang violence. A place that once housed our most underserved people. Yeah, this is way before fancy coffee shops and even those fancy words like gentrification. I'm from a place with grit and toughness of a big city, yet still small enough where folks ask where your mama went to high school.
All right.
I'm from a place that's seen its fair share of challenges, but I know its best days are yet to come.
That's right.
I wonder if I can get any youth stations on this thing.
A city named Tacoma, filled with opportunity and hope, where the cultures are diverse and the community is close. The youth, strong and optimistic, the elders, experienced and wise. When we claim Tacoma, we all swell with pride. Here in Tacoma, as here in my home, we are fighting for a cause in which we know we're not alone. Amidst chaos in the nation, we fight for unity and peace, but change starts at home. So we began in the 253.
I am from a world where I watch kids my age dying at the hands of the police each and every day as if that is the norm. I am from a place that, although it's not perfect, some efforts are being made to change my thoughts on police. I am from a place where I'm being groomed to no longer be afraid of the police or to view them as the enemy. I'm from a place where I have the opportunity to sit down with new police officers one-on-one and ask the tough questions that need to be asked and answered. I am from Tacoma, where the youth are heard and made to feel that they have a seat and a purpose at the table.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main Tacoma mix. We'll start with Vision 2025, then Latinx Town Hall, then Health and All Policies. Then that will be followed by Project Peace, and finally, the Lincoln Business District Revitalization. Let's roll it on.
I'm Councilmember Keith Blocker. In 2014, our shared vision for 2025 began, led by our first Black female mayor, our second Black city manager. Over 3,000 people engaged through surveys and community events to create a shared vision for our city. We focused on public health, public safety, economic development, our environment, and many more important issues. Out of this work came our equity initiative. This work is currently being led by our second Black female mayor.
Bienvenidos a Radio El Destino. Soy su presentador Lorenzo. Hoy les voy a hablar sobre cómo la ciudad de Tacoma empezó a escuchar a la comunidad Latinx. Un grupo de líderes Latinx tuvieron una mesa redonda donde hubo una decisión a juntar a la comunidad Latinx para escuchar qué trae la comunidad a la ciudad de Tacoma, qué son las barreras en participar en la comunidad y qué son las soluciones. El grupo organizó 2 juntas donde 400 participantes atendieron y ofrecieron sus opiniones. The town halls were in Spanish and translated in English. La información colectada en las juntas fue organizada en un reporte que fue presentado al Concilio de Tacoma con recomendaciones de cómo la ciudad puede mejorar la relación con la comunidad latinx. Una de esas recomendaciones fue crear una comisión de inmigrantes refugiados que empezó este año. Es solo un paso, pero tenemos que empezar a crear una ciudad para todos.
At the public health department where I work, we don't think it's right or just that a black baby born in our city is more than twice as likely to die before her first birthday as a white baby, or that a boy born in the North End neighborhood can expect to live to age 82, but a boy born in the Hilltop, just a mile south, will be lucky to live to age 70.
Speak the truth.
And we don't think it's right or just that the reason for these disparities isn't genetics or it isn't access to health care. It isn't even personal choices like diet and exercise. It's inequities and the environmental and social and economic conditions in which we all live, learn, work, and play. And at the health department where I work, we know we can't fix it alone. Nobody can. So we form partnerships. So we build partnerships with the city and the housing administration and metro parks and transportation agencies and public works. Built partnerships so that everybody could have safe, stable housing, healthy playgrounds and places to play, and education that allows them to reach their full potential in school and in life. And we built sidewalks and public transportation to connect everyone to jobs and hospitals and healthy food and the other things they really need to make themselves healthy.
I'm Marcus, the Executive Committee member for Project Peace, an ongoing dialogue between the community and the police department. In the 90s, my early years in Tacoma, I can't forget that space. Many encounters with the privileged, feeling the need to put me in my place. But officer, I just came from work. Can I please explain? You can talk when I tell you to, palm side up, face down in the rain. No reasoning or respect given. I experienced scowls, orders, and hate. I despised the police then. No ticket given to me, no desire to relate. We have a police captain with us. Please tell us why you guys joined the police department and
Project
Project
Peace.
Peace.
Why, Marcus? I'll tell you why. Because Project Peace is, in fact, the life force of collaboration and dialogue with a community who is, in fact, the architect of our law enforcement mission. You know, we've always had this little bridge of communication with the neighborhoods, but it was always about the size of this little 2-lane country road. But with Project Peace, it's an 8-lane freeway bustling with communications traffic.
We also have Jade and Shay here. They are leaders with Project Peace movement, and they have some questions.
Captain Taylor, what needs to be changed in the criminal justice system to reduce institutionalized racism?
Oh, well, institutionalized racism is real, and we're not going to fully overcome it until we own its presence. We have to make absolutely certain that every physical, emotional, and racial invisibility is given life so that we can strip it from our daily consciousness. I'll tell you something else. We're committed to arresting and seizing and taking into custody, not people, but eliminating that thick wall of perceived indifference. That's our next step.
And how do you ensure that you having a bad day does not affect the lives of our community?
Yeah, Shay, and I am going to have a bad day or two. The problem is, it is not your burden. That's mine. You know, there was a wise man in England named Robert Poole who once coined this phrase, I am you and you are me. And every choice I make is my choice. But when I come to your house, I know every choice I make is going to impact you for the rest of your life.
So as you can see, we're stirring the pot and changing the norm. Throughout our city, we welcome reform. Out with the old and in with the new. Mentalities, outlook, and hope, just to name a few. Improving relationship between officers in our community, you know, that's what's up. It's such a treat. Stay tuned, because there's more to come from Project Peace.
Family. It's the word I think of when I think of my childhood Taiwanese neighbors who were first-generation immigrants. I'm here to talk about equity because of this family. I love the Lincoln District, where I live now, because it's more diverse than any other part of Tacoma. I love that I hear multiple languages and that the sounds, sights, and smells are different from other parts of town, because many of them are the same as those from my childhood. Our district is where immigrants land, do business, and grow roots. I also know that in Tacoma 100 years ago, our Chinese community was forcibly expelled by the mayor and an angry mob. Thus the phrase, the Tacoma method. We have no Chinatown in Tacoma. The Lincoln International Business District has been underserved for so long. Equity is clearly an issue here. In 2016, we formed a committee to address this. Today, we have a $7 million revitalization project, a city field office, a newly reformed business association, and hope for change, concurrent with both concern and fears for future pressures and gentrification. The Taiwanese family I spoke of, their father passed away last week. I'm missing his memorial service right now as I stand here before you. This man, he was my second father.
I wonder if I can get those youth voices back on.
This is not a matter that calls for any levity. We live in a country that struggles with equity. This work is hard and we have to commit. It's bigger than words on paper and good intent. Equity conversations all seem noble. This problem is global. Our politics is local. Tacoma's on the right track and I remain hopeful. This change won't come unless we all stay vocal.
I hope that the citizens of Tacoma can continue to improve all aspects of the community, whether it be more support for school projects or more charity and volunteer work to help the homeless, or even continue in the progress we have been doing with bettering relationships between the youth, especially in the police departments of Tacoma. I know that there is always room for improvement, and I know that the citizens of Tacoma have the ability and the determination to continue this progress.
Tacoma, I hope we do not lose heart in the changes we seek to make, even on days when success seems far. I hope we grow in our equity. I hope we fulfill every aspiration when it comes to police reform. I hope we continue to make strides towards better relations between the police and the community. And no matter where I may end up in the world, I hope I'm always proud enough to call Tacoma home.
This has been your Tacoma Equity Mix, 10 minutes of all Tacoma and all America City Radio, because we know we are going to continue improving because we are the city of Tacoma, city of destiny. We out.